preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Oh, they just set the tone right there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And out now come the Vikings. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Cook. Cook able to escape. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Travis Kelce from 17 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over!
Looking to throw on second down. Reynolds. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Carlson now to kick this one away. And the Rams getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The throw on second down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Here's Goff now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11. Go, 12. Go. Start left here. Renew up.
From the gun, here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back to throw. Reynolds. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down. Reynolds. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Allen Robinson, 27 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Goff. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Third and long. It's gone. Dancing to his left. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On first and 10, Goff being chased out left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
5.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen. Back to throw, Goff. And they're going to get him.
He's sacked back around the 28. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Twos. Switch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 20-yard touchdown. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Reynolds. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Louis.
Now Goff on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Here we go.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. And his pass, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Like 20. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Starting left here. Twos.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Super. Value 1.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gone!
To throw on 2nd down, Reynolds. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Come on, run! 3 down.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
4 down. Check.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Cook. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
3 down. Now let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Carlson now to kick this one away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A big run there by Gurley. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 27 yards. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st down, Reynolds going deep for Diggs. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Back to throw. Reynolds. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Goff. Quick hitch, complete. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
12.
Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Reynolds. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Going for the deep ball. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They're running with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He gets it to Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Not 180. 56.
On first down, gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To the air again. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
4 down.
On first down, it's gone. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey,
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season